River Babes. I'm your host, Leanne Aguilera, and this is your Sweetwater Secrets After Show for episode 409, chapter 66, Tangerine, aka the mid-season finale and our last episode of 2019. Now, this was a wild episode, and I think it's safe to say we'll never think of tangerines the same way again. I also don't think that I'll ever think of this episode again because aside from a brotherly bonfire, it felt like all the other episodes of season 4, just saying. Now, we have so much to go over. Today, I'm bringing you an exclusive interview with the Core 4, KJ, Cammie, Cole, and Lily, talking all about the future of Riverdale. Plus, we're going to go over all of your hisses and kisses, so get excited for that. But first, let's quickly recap the 5 storylines of the week in the Blue and Gold breakdown. Okay, so we're going to start off with Riverdale's very own vigilante, Archie. Now, even though it seemed like Archie's crime-fighting days were over, FP called him out for being the hooded hero. But then, in a twist, FP grabbed his Southside jacket and joined Archie for a fight. Okay? But in true Riverdale fashion, someone walked into Pops with a gun and shot FP. Luckily, he's fine, but Archie unleashed his rage one more time onto Dodger, and honestly, it was kind of scary. In the end, a strange man walked into the El Royale claiming to be Fred Andrews' brother, who has never, ever been mentioned before. 'Tis the season of random family members joining Riverdale. Speaking of, let's check on Jughead. Our top-notch writer won the Baxter Boys contest and was named the new ghostwriter of the series, but before he could accept, Jughead decided to track down his long-lost grandpa, and he discovered that he actually sold the rights to his book. But when he went back for a second visit, Grandpa Jones was gone. Jug signed the contract and was then invited to join the coveted Quill and Skull Society. Ooh, drama. As for Veronica, well, she also had a visit from another long-lost relative, sure. As she struggled to try and figure out why her college plans were falling through, Veronica called up her abuela to tattletale on her father's behavior. She then put on an over-the-top performance at La Bonne Nuit, knowing full well that her interviewer from Colombia was in the audience, and honestly, it was just kind of weird. Oh, and then Hiram patented his mom's secret rum recipe, because of course he did. So let's keep this going in order of craziness and check in with Betty. So first, Betty discovered that Polly attacked a nurse and then went and visited her and And then Alice received a cryptic phone call that hypnotized her into trying to kill her own daughter. How is this happening? Evelyn, of course. So Charles tried to help Betty confront her cat-killing dark side. And honestly, I have no idea what the hell is going on with Betty anymore, and I don't think Alice does either. Okay? And last, but certainly not least, Cheryl. Our red-headed bae unleashed a bug bomb on Thistle House to try and smoke out her mother, Penelope, who was secretly hiding in the walls. Yep, that tracks. So rather than turning her in, Cheryl brought together like a weird council of blossoms to then banish her mom to the season 3 bunker. Then Cheryl said goodbye tearfully to Jason yet again in a big bonfire bon voyage. Wow. This episode just wow. Now we're nearly halfway through season 4 of Riverdale, and at this point, I'm not sure what the future is looking like. So when I caught up with the stars on set earlier this year in Vancouver, I asked each of them to reveal their thoughts about what's going to happen after season 4, and just here's what they had to say.
I think I've been a senior 3 times.
I'm pretty sure the kids will have graduated.
Maybe Archie will get held back a year.
I don't want the kids to be in high school forever.
We are now in our senior year at Riverdale High. What does this mean for the future of the show? How much longer do you see it going on?
As long as the fans keep watching. I mean, the show's not called Riverdale High, it's called Riverdale. So you never know what can happen afterwards.
That is a perfect answer.
Maybe Archie will get held back a year.
I mean, he didn't really go to school much his junior year. I would not be surprised.
Yeah.
I'm surprised he passed junior year. Are you sure he's a senior? Did he take summer school?
He's a senior.
I mean, obviously. Damn.
I mean, this is senior year, season 4. When season 4 wraps, I'm pretty sure the kids will have graduated. So as far as where it goes from here, I don't know. I think there's opportunities for the kids to leave Riverdale, but there's also opportunities for them to stay. And I think there's a lot of unfinished business for a lot of them. And it seems like they might all feel the need to stay and take care of things with their family or with their businesses. You know, obviously Veronica has like 12 businesses that she's running.
Yeah.
I think Betty probably wants to stay close to her mom, and at least for a little while. They've got some stuff to figure out. I feel like they're all going to take a break year, a gap year, and like just chill for a minute. 100%.
I think I've been a senior 3 times, once in real life and twice on television. I think one of the initial questions for the abstract of the show was, are we going to age over time? And, you know, naturally, as we grow older and we look older, we had to solve that problem. So it's nice that we're aging, and it also kind of frees up the universe a little bit inside Riverdale to play around with that concept. I'm excited to see where we all go. Is that enough proof for you?
I don't want the kids to be in high school forever. I think Riverdale is very much a show about the cycle of life and things, you know, growing up and all of that. So I think it'd be really cool to see them go off to college and grow up and see what they make out of their lives. And maybe the show ends with someone having a kid, you know? Who knows? I'm just pitching things. I'm just like hoping our showrunner will.
You know that all the Archie fans are like, it's happening, this is not a drill.
Oh, I get the craziest fan fiction.
What is the craziest fan theory or idea that they're trying to pitch for you guys?
I don't know about fan theories, really, but I do see a lot of like fan fiction or just kind of like, but I guess that wasn't even the characters. That was just my personal life, so never mind.
But I do know that
I just got a really weird one that was like all the way to like me and Madeline were both having babies and like talking. I was just like a really weird fan fiction.
Sure.
How many more secret children should we be expecting?
I don't know if I want a pregnancy storyline. I'm just going to put that out there. You guys have already know my thoughts about this. But I was reading through the comments because we posted this interview yesterday, and a lot of you were saying that you would really hope that we do a time jump after season 4. I would love that. I think that would be a perfect way to kind of get things back on track. So I'm all for, like, when Pretty Little Liars did their time jump or Glee or anything like that. Like, I'm here for that. Let's see them a bit older because they're already doing crazy things. So. All right, now let's take a look at this week's most romantic moments with 7 Seconds in Heaven. There weren't any. Again, goodness gracious, this is getting ridiculous. Sure, they all stood around and held each other while Cheryl set her brother's already dead body on fire and shoved him onto Sweetwater River, but I wouldn't really say that was the most romantic scene that Riverdale's ever had. Would you? I don't know. Tell me in the comments or tweet me right now. But let's move on to my favorite segment and focus on this week's Hisses and Kisses. Now, you guys are already sending in so many crazy comments right now. Hello, all of my live viewers watching. First off, I want to give my biggest hiss of the night, and it sounds like you all had the same thoughts. It's going to that flash forward scene. At this point, I'm just at a loss for words. So let's rewatch it and see if I find some.
He's dead. What did you do, Betty?
No. I'm not buying it anymore. Like, if it was something else, I don't know, Betty bringing back her dark side, I don't know. We all have a lot of thoughts on this, and I feel like none of us are believing it anymore. I still love the theory. We've been talking about it for weeks now, of that this is a fan fiction come to life almost, like that this is the inspiration for Jughead's new Baxter Boys novels. I'm not quite sure, but we have a lot of really great tweets from you guys. The first one's coming to us from @Emma422-19953, and she said, hisses to the writers bringing back the Dark Betty thing and trying to convince us that she killed Jughead. Meanwhile, she said, kisses to Cheryl for finally being strong enough to let Jason go. God, I love her so much. Okay, yes, we all have a lot of thoughts on Cheryl. Some of you liked last night's episode and seen her say goodbye to Jason. Others, not so much. Let's take a look at some of our live comments right now. Philippa Decker said, hisses to the fact that they still want to make us believe that Jughead is dead. Yeah, and a lot of you guys have been commenting saying they would never kill off the narrator of the show. I don't remember the last time we heard him narrate the show, so that's not necessarily my big concern. For me, it's just that they're not going to kill off Cole Sprouse. Cole Sprouse, he's Jughead. He's part of one of the most popular ships. I just not buying it. If it was Kevin, unfortunately, I would buy that because they don't give him love anyways. Ava Plays 12345 said, OMG, OMG, OMG. Hi, Leanne. Hi, Ava. I cannot believe I'm finally going to be taking part in a live stream. I live in Wales, UK. Riverdale airs 24 hours after the US. Wow. I knew Penelope was involved. I just knew it. Goodness gracious. Penelope coming back into the picture. The fact that she was living in the secret room in Thistle House, like, it tracks. Was I surprised she came back? No. Was I glad it wasn't Nana Rose messing with Cheryl? Yes. So I will take that. Bailey Vella said, hisses to Cheryl's mom coming back. Kisses to all the couples at Sweetwater River saying goodbye to Jason, Shoni, Bughead, Varchie. That was really sweet to see them on the river. That sounds really weird to say that it was really sweet watching them say goodbye to a burning body. But hey, anytime Sweetwater River's involved, I get excited. And I'm sure you guys know why. Okay. We're getting in so many great comments from you guys right now. Nikki Michelle Coles said, it was so great to see Jughead and FP in their serpent jackets again. Not sure how I feel about Charles. He's a bit scary, but it was nice to see him and Jug for the first time. Yeah, that was very strange because I was like, oh, right, you guys are half siblings too. I don't know. I do know that I have a lot of thoughts, and I wanted to give kisses to Kevin getting to sing with Veronica. Finally, sweet baby Kevin had some time in the spotlight, but this whole scene with Veronica singing in the bungalow in front of her Columbia interviewer, it was just weird. And then I gotta give hisses to the fact that once again, it was a Archie fighting scene mixed in with a musical moment. We have had this so many times. I'm honestly tired of it. I'm not tired of Kevin's voice because looking at me so cute, but then having Archie just have this giant meltdown. Once again, like we've been talking about how every week in these season 4 episodes, it's the same storylines for each person. They're not crossing over. It's just we have our Archie, Jug, Betty, and Veronica, and Cheryl a little bit. Nothing's happening. Archie's still having the same fight over and over again. And we actually have a tweet right now from @ErpSista, and she said the same thing. Hisses to this ep. I feel like we're getting the same storyline over and over. For God's sake, can Archie stop using his fists to solve all his problems? Hiram and V's drama is getting old, and for God's sake, will someone really help Cheryl? She needs professional help. I will say that Cheryl seems to be doing better after the treatment episode. I was a little shocked at first when it looked like she was committing suicide yet again with the bug bomb, and then when they showed her in the gas mask, I was just like, I mean, it makes sense in Riverdale terms. There's that. Let's read some more comments from you guys because you guys are doing a great job. Katina Valkova said, Jughead's not dead because in several interviews, the cast is saying that Jughead was originally written in the scene by the fire where Betty, Veronica, and Archie are burning their clothes. Ooh, I like that. Sonia Quintero says, kisses to Tony Topaz for being the amazing girlfriend she is. The hug at the goodbye to Jason had me sobbing. Sorry, not sogging. Not sure what that is, but gosh, Tony Topaz. Once again, she said babe in the episode, and we got to know nothing about her. I feel badly. Piper Swanson said, this is the first time I've ever been able to make a live stream. I'm excited. Hi, Piper. Elegant Vlogs by Maddie. Welcome back, Maddie. Said, hey, great to be back. Just want to say, talk about how many times I cried from this week's episode. I did not cry at all. Not at all. I'm not quite sure. Maybe I'm just immune to it by now, but there was nothing in this episode that made me want to cry. I do think that Madeline Petch, once again, did a great job acting, but when I was thinking about the fact that Jason died in the pilot of this episode, of this series 4 years ago, and that he's still part of it now, I'll cry tears of relief that that's finally put to bed. How about that? Miss Friends Fan Forever, what is up with all those musical numbers? Why is Veronica putting on a number when she has a college interview? Cammy's a good singer, no doubt about that, but it's just weird. Fact. That tracks, I think. I don't know. We also have a tweet right now from @ShoneyDale Pride, and they said, kisses to that dead body gone. Hallelujah. Hisses to everyone getting a random family member except Tony. let's talk about all of our random family members in this episode alone. It was nice to see Veronica's grandma come back. That was sweet. Missed her. She didn't really do anything. Jughead finally met his grandpa, and basically he disappeared. Also, let's talk about the fact that Jughead was staying in the same bus where the Gargoyle King hung all those little things in season 3. We had a lot of repeat sets in this episode. Like, for example, let's take another tweet from @PowPow8123, and they said, hisses to Penelope Blossom, what a witch, kisses to Cheryl for locking her in the sex bunker. You guys remember the season 3 sex bunker? Remember the season 3 romance scenes? You guys, we actually had romance on the show, and we felt like it was, yeah, look at, I forgot about this set, but they did not, and goodness gracious, I don't know anymore. I don't know, but I do know that you guys still have a lot of thoughts, so I'm excited. Okay. Andrea Renata Gomez said, kisses to Leanne. Oh, thanks. You're finally getting a vacation for all the craziness that is Riverdale. I can't tell you, I'm a little bit excited that we're getting a bit of a break right now, because I am really hoping that next half of season 4 is not this wheel on a hamster. I want high school scenes. I want the Vixens. I want a football game. They were supposed to, Roberto told me at Comic-Con that we're supposed to have Archie start a band called the Archies. But he's just been fighting people every single week. How does Archie keep not getting killed in these fights? There's just so many things, you guys. There's so many things. Nadia Weber says, kisses to Cheryl finally burying her brother, and hisses to there being a Riverdale Community College. How have we never heard of it before? I mean, if they all end up at Riverdale Community College, I don't know what I'm going to do. That's why I would like a time jump. Let's skip past college. Let's see who's still together, who's not. We can fill each other in. I think that a time jump at this point would be sensational, and after season 4. That's what I'm rooting for. You guys tell me if you agree. But yes, a lot of people are saying how convenient it is. There's a community college. No. Let's see. Catherine Heddleman said, am I the only one that noticed that Dagwood was in the background in the first scene when Penelope woke up with Cheryl and the others in the living room? Probably. I was just so concerned that they still had the doll and Jason's dead body. And then there's Tony. Save Tony. Josh Blackman. Wouldn't be opposed to a Varchi and Bughead baby, but later in the series. We've already had Polly have babies, and Alice had babies young. I don't need babies. Also, it's hard to work with babies. It's not fun for the actors. It makes the show completely different, unless we're just never going to see them like the twins. Has anyone seen the twins? Anyone? Kayla Rose. I don't think Betty did it. No way. Obviously, she's talking about the flash forward scene. I don't think so either. Maybe it's like a hypnotist thing. Maybe all this is just like visions. I don't know. Vivian Cow hisses to another Veronica song while Archie fights sequence. I thought we were done with those. No, we are not. I would like to be, but apparently we are not. Josh Blackman, not buying that Jughead is dead 4 weeks later, or that Betty, of all people, would kill him. Yeah. And then we also have a comment from Ashley Smith and said, Brett doesn't take rejection well. Brett doesn't do a lot of things well. You know, I think we'll leave it there. I just have so many thoughts that I just can't anymore. We're going to be done. Thank you all so much for watching the Sweetwater Secrets After Show for episode 409, chapter 66, Tangerine. And now I'm dying to hear more of your thoughts about season 4 so far. So hit the comments or tweet me. What do you really think about season 4? Are you hoping for more character crossover? I am. Do you think we'll actually see the kids do something school related? I don't. Which random Riverdale relative is making you roll your eyes the most? Tongue twister. And do you remember when there was romance on this show? Tell me everything, and I hope you all have a happy and safe holiday. This is you. Bye.